You hummed, savoring the delicious brownies baked by your husband. You smiled and kissed your 6 months baby bump when you felt a kick. You like the brownies? You asked your unborn baby and chuckled when you again felt a kick. Okay, okay, I know you like it. Now let me eat peacefully. You took another bite when your eyes fell on your husband who was feeding your almost 2 years old daughter. You squinted your eyes. Baby, come out fast. I feel alone in this big house. No one care about me. Nobody feed me. You said loud enough to make sure they could hear you. Jimin chuckled and pinched your cheeks. Don't tell me you're jealous of your own daughter, he said, feeding another spoon of brownies to Minnie. You huffed and crossed your arms on your chest. I know you don't love me anymore. He snapped his head in your direction. A look of disbelief took over his face. What are you saying, baby? I love you. No, you don't, because I am fat now. He sighed. He knew that wasn't you but your hormones speaking, which were playing with your limbic system. You are not fat, honey. You are carrying our baby. You are the most beautiful woman in the world. He kissed your baby bump and kissed your cheeks multiple times. He was busy comforting you while Minnie was busy devouring her favorite chocolate brownies, completely unbothered about her parents' daily bickering. Why didn't you feed me then? You whined with a pout. He smiled because you looked cute in his eyes. Here, baby, open your mouth. He put a brownie piece in front of your mouth. You looked between the brownie and him. You are feeding me because I said so. Otherwise, you wouldn't. I don't want to eat now. You flipped your hair and went away from there. His jaw dropped as he processed what just happened. He turned to his daughter, who was busy filling a small tummy. I can't understand your mother. I heard that. He flinched and gulped, slowly turning towards you with a nervous smile. Baby, I didn't. He trailed off when you came near him and picked your brownie's plate, dashing out of there. He looked at Meanie, who giggled at him. Her face, hands, and clothes had chocolate all over. He shook his head when she went back to her messy eating. You are no less than your mother. She giggled, showing her teeth. Jimin chuckled and looked at her in awe. He picked her small body and settled her on his lap. She forwarded her brownie to him and he ate it and kissed her cheeks. My princess is so cute. Let's get you washed up. He stood up with her in his arms and went toward the bathroom. You were taking a walk in the front yard in the evening. Usually it's you, Jimin, and Minnie together taking a walk, but you were angry. Yeah, you were angry at him, and the reason you yourself didn't know. You glanced at the front door, waiting for them to come. You huffed and sat on the nearby bench. You waited and waited, but the father daughter duo didn't show up. You stood up and went inside to search for them. You twisted your lips when you didn't find them in the living room. You heard some murmuring sound from the direction of kitchen. You frowned your eyebrows and slowly walked towards the kitchen and peeped inside. Jimin was cutting some vegetables for dinner while Minnie was standing on the kitchen counter beside him, and they were giggling about something. You scrunched your nose, feeling left out. Honey, you can come here, no need to hide. Your ears turned red in embarrassment. You stepped inside and cleared your throat. I wasn't hiding. I came to drink water. He raised his eyebrows and smiled slightly. Sure. You walked towards the refrigerator and brought out a water bottle. You poured the water in a glass and gulped it slowly. From the corner of your eyes, you saw them whispering something to each other. Pa, down. Jimin put her down and she walked towards you with her small steps. She tugged on the hem of your dress. You looked down at her, squinted your eyes when she grinned, showing her teeth. Ma, what is it? You looked at her suspiciously. She blinked her eyes, making an innocent face, and pointed towards Jimin. She is asking you to sit here. Don't scare my princess. He picked her up and planted a kiss on her chubby cheeks. He smiled and pecked your lips. He held your hand, escorting you towards the kitchen island, and made you sit on one of the stools and placed Minnie beside you. Rounding the counter, he went back to cook. After a few minutes, he placed 2 plates of pasta on the island. Your eyes lit up and mouth watered. Minnie's reaction mirroring yours. You both started eating without waiting for a second. Jimin looked at his 2 girls eating the food made by him. He poked his cheek with his tongue when they didn't bother to ask him to join them. Food or me? Food. He gasped when you both replied instantly without any hesitation. Really? You both love food more than me? You both looked away, avoiding his eyes. He gaped at you with open mouth. He grabbed his own plate and ate his food with the pout on his face. After having dinner, Minnie watched her favorite Disney cartoons for some time while Jimin massaged your feet because they were swollen. Is it paining? He asked with worry lacing his tone. No, I feel much better. You smiled. He leaned closer and pecked your lips, rubbing your baby bump delicately. I can't wait to hold you in my arms, he said and placed a kiss on your baby bump. Minnie joined you both and kissed on your baby bump just like Gemma did, earning a chuckle from her parents at her sweet gesture. I can't believe our little girl is going to be a big sister soon. I can't either, he said and tickled Minnie. Her loud laughter filled in the living room. You smiled as warmth filled inside your heart seeing your happy family. You yawned, feeling tired. Time to bed. Come on. You walked towards the bedroom while they shared a nervous look. Exactly 15 seconds later, they heard you shouting their name. Park Jimin and Park Minnie. Both looked at each other in fear. We are gone now. Come in the room right now. Minnie got really scared hearing you shouting and hugged Jimin. Don't be scared. Just tell her I did that, okay? She nodded. He put her down on her feet. Let's go. Though he comforted his daughter, but he himself was terrified. Coming inside the room, they saw a very furious you holding the mess they created in your hand. Who did this? You asked, shaking the broken makeup palette in your hand. Minnie hid behind Jimin's leg. Did you break it, Minnie? You asked sternly. She pointed her finger at Jimin, who got and looked at you with wide eyes. Honey, I accidentally broke it. Really, Minnie? Did Pa break it? You asked. She looked down with a pout. Honey, it's not our fault. We were just playing. It was unintentional. How many times did I tell you not to play with my makeup? But you guys never listen. I'll buy you another one. No, it was from a very rare collection. It was expensive one. I spent my yearly savings to buy this. You gazed at the palette sadly. Jimmy looked at Minnie and signaled something. We are very sorry. He looked at them, who was pouting, holding their ears. No, no sorry. Jimmy sleep on the couch tonight. And Minnie will sleep with me. That's not fair. We both are at fault, but you are only punishing me. Do you want me to send Minnie outside too? No, I mean, let me also sleep here. I'm apologizing. No way. Get out. Sleep outside tonight. Jimin puckered his lips, pouting more. You lay down on the bed. Minnie, come here. Let's sleep. Pa will sleep outside. She looked between you and Jimin, who had a gloomy face. She hugged his legs. Minnie, sleep with Ma. Pa is punished to sleep on the couch. She shook her head and opened her arms, gesturing him to pick her up. He picked her up and she hugged him by his neck. Do you want to sleep with Pa? She pouted and nodded her head. Baby, cut the punishment and let us sleep here. No, out. Take her with you. He pouted, making puppy face, but you turned your face away, not melting at the adorable sight. Let's go, Meanie baby. An hour passed, but you kept tossing and turning on the bed, not being able to sleep. The baby was kicking continuously. He or she probably sensed the absence of his or her father and sister. You huffed and kicked off the blanket. Getting on your feet, you made your way towards the living room. Jimin was lying on the couch with closed eyes and Minnie was on his chest. He was gently rubbing her back. You pouted as tears pooled in your eyes. You went near them and poked his arm. He opened his eyes, a worried frown formed on his face when he saw your glossy eyes. He sat up, looking at you with concern. What happened, honey? Is it hurting somewhere? You sniffed, shook your head. Sit here, I'm coming in 2 minutes. He stood up and moved towards the bedroom, carrying Minnie, who was sleeping. He came back after putting her to bed. He pulled you in his arms carefully, letting you cry on your chest. What happened, Ryan? He asked softly. I feel lonely. He pulled back and cupped your face between his hands. He wiped your tears with his thumb. Lonely? But Minnie and I are here. You both were ignoring me. When did we ignore you, baby? In morning, you were only feeding her, not me. You complained like a child. Oh, she's a kid and you know how clumsy she is. That's why I was feeding her. And in evening, you both didn't come to walk with me. One, we broke your palate, so we were thinking how to make amendments for it. We weren't ignoring you still. I'm sorry if you feel like this. He held his ears. You laughed at his antics. I'm not angry anymore. He smiled and kissed your baby bump. The kick stopped after a few seconds, like the baby was waiting for this to fall asleep. But don't ignore me again. I don't like this. I won't do this again, I promise. He hugged you, leaving a peck on your hair. I'll make cheesecake for you tomorrow. You backed off and looked at him with the most innocent face. You blinked your eyes at him. What? I want it now. Now? Didn't you have your dinner like an hour ago? But I'm hungry again. Please make me now. Why? Please, you shouldn't have mentioned it. You know how much I love cheesecake. I want to eat it now. You want it now? You nodded. You won't sleep without eating it? You shook your head. Let's go then. You giggled when he picked you up, taking you towards the kitchen.